Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo, and we're here today with some Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PC. Took me a couple days, got my hands on GTA 5 on the PC, bunch of dudes in Praxis are playing it, stoked to have even more GTA 5 in my life. You guys know I absolutely love this game to death. Today we're going to be playing some of the online. I just want to muck about, talk, maybe get in some rage fights with some other players out in the open world, and just generally have a good time. I haven't done a video in a while where I've just relaxed. So much of my videos, so much of the work I do is like really focused, like discussion-based stuff. I just want to chill out. We're still going to have some of that discussion in there, but I want to keep it casual. And we're just going to see how it goes. I'm going to throw it up, and I hope you guys have a good time, you enjoy it with me, and I hope it gets you hyped to go play some GTA 5 if you haven't played it, or if you're thinking about buying it on the PC, because man, it's here. 60 FPS glory. Sadly, this video is not going to be in 60 FPS because there are some drops. I'm getting down to the low 50s. It would just be way too choppy. But 60 FPS, something I really wish the Xbox One version had. Full keyboard and mouse support if you like that kind of thing. I'm using the controller all around. It's funny because I spent well over 2 hours on the Xbox One version tweaking my sensitivity and settings to get it right, and it's still not right. 5 minutes on the PC with the controller, tweaked the sensitivity bars, just kind of guessed. It's perfect. It feels better than it ever has before. I don't know if it's just because for some reason the controller just feels better on the PC, or because I need to try those settings, but it's great. It's nice. I really didn't want to have to go back and forth to get that precision, but it's working just fine. Of course, one of the other big changes, apart from all the graphical improvements, if you can run this game on ultra high, you know, it'll look really pretty and shiny. I think the biggest thing that shines through for me is that the game itself doesn't look much better than the Xbox One version on my capabilities, the way I can run it, but the thing that definitely shows through is the reflection, the depth of field effects, and the lighting effects. They're much better on the PC. I mean, the game really shines in that respect. Pun intended. But apart from all that, you've got the Rockstar editor, exclusive for PC. Can't wait to see what people would make with that. You know, otherwise, I mean, it's the same great game. It's pretty much just the best version of GTA 5 that you can possibly play. A lot of people saying that, and I completely agree. But what I want to do was start off by showing you guys the cars in my garage. You know, I think GTA Online is a very personal experience. You are very much making your own character with your own sort of, you know, mother and father in a very creepy and odd way. But I really like to roleplay this game. You know, all the vehicles that I have in my garage right now, they're here for a purpose. I have some sort of an attachment to them. And maybe one day I'll sell them because I no longer have that attachment. But I kind of wanted to talk about that. So we'll start off on the wall over here because the most important vehicle in the entire garage, pedal power. The classic BMX bicycle. I mean, this was probably one of the coolest things introduced to the Grand Theft Auto franchise back in San Andreas. Everyone loved just riding wheelies down the street with this thing, mashing the crap out of the X button on the PlayStation 2 controller. And I'm really glad that they brought it back, along with all of the other bicycles. They're just fun. I mean, going to the skate park with this thing and just blasting off that vert ramp never gets old. Not many games can say that they make riding a BMX bike around their open world as entertaining as GTA does. So kudos to them there, and pick one up if you don't. It's a must-have for everyone's garage in GTA Online. I'd love to get a group of people just riding wheelies down the street with sawed-off shotguns on those one day. That'd be fun. Alright, then we got the Canis Mesa. Many of the vehicles in the garage, the Canis, the Kuruma down there, and then the Enduro. All three of these vehicles were introduced during the Heist update. You couldn't obtain them beforehand. The Canis was in-game. It's actually a Merryweather vehicle. They drive two different variants, this one with the hardtop that you can purchase, and then some of the Merryweather vehicles also have the cutoff, so this back end here is just open. You can actually steal that from Merryweather now and put it in your garage if you choose to do so. But it's basically the most badass off-road vehicle in the game, apart from the crazy armored one that you'll eventually get with a Gatling turret on the back of it. But a lot of fun to drive off-road. It actually is it's 4 doors, so it's really efficient for running missions with friends. However, once the armored car came into play, which also released with the Heist update, it kind of instantly made this, like, who cares? But if you really feel like role-playing it, you can escape the safety of the armored car and take this very off-road capable vehicle. Next up, we've got the Elegy. This was actually a free car. It's given to you free. It was given to me for free from Rockstar, along with other people, for a reason that I can't even remember back on the 360 version. It's actually a really nice car. It's really quick, sort of GTR-ish, I guess you could say. It's very sticky as well. And back when the game first launched, GTA Online, they didn't give you any money. There was no like pre-order bonus money. You had nothing. I think you got like a vehicle, which was this. and missions didn't pay out a lot. You had to grind. So having this car in your garage for free was, you know, a welcome surprise. It was a welcome gift. And it was, again, it's very quick. It is only 2-door, but, you know, it got you around town, and you had a lot of fun doing it. Next up, Kuruma, as I said, heist update. This is the car that also has the armored car variant. It's pretty much an Evo 10, and if I had an Evo 10, I'd probably make it look just like this. In many carbon fiber bits as I could afford, galaxy blue with blacked wheels. I just love the way that looks. And I actually like the red interior. Maybe just throw some white on those inside seat areas rather than that light pink. Probably my favorite four-wheel vehicle in the entire garage. This is the Rat Loader. It comes in 2 variants. You can have it with a bunch of junk on the back. Very fitting for the name. But I've got the nice clean version with like the maple or oak background. Look at that. Look at that bed, man. Classic wood bed. Someone did that by hand back in like the 20s. Cool thing about this car though is the customization level that you can have with the front end. You can remove those motorcycle style fenders. You can cover up the engine. You can take off the front grille altogether. You can have a huge blower on it. You can have pipes sticking out the side, pipes sticking straight up like I have it. It's just a really fun car to cruise around. Seeing the flames shoot out through the hood when you're in first person looks spectacular. However, in terms of actual driving capabilities, it's only good at doing burnouts and going in a straight line somewhat quickly. Try and turn this thing to the left or to the right at any speed, understeer, 4 days, and if you're trying to run away from the cops, good luck. You look good while you're doing it, but you're not gonna get away very quickly, if at all. Love the detail on this car though, the exposed wires and stuff. It's just a cool looking car. Moving on to the bikes though, because there is a lot of them. If more of the motorcycles in the game were cool, I'd probably own another one. But we've got the Enduro. This is also a heist vehicle, as I said. Basically just a classic DualShock Enduro. Got the dual exhaust on it. Pretty much everything in this garage except the Elegy is maxed out, at least to my capable levels. Unlocking certain levels, doing certain race, winning a certain amount of races unlocks different parts, but most of this stuff's all level 3, level 4 with turbos on them, so it's pretty quick. This is my go-to vehicle for whenever we feel like we have to have one person be like a sniper, or they have to go do something different during a heist or during a job, because it's great. I mean, you can drive upstairs with it, you can drive, over hills, anything, you don't have to follow the road, and it's really good at getting away from cops. And it's a dirt bike, and I love dirt bikes. Which is why I have another dirt bike, the classic Sanchez. Been in the Grand Theft Auto franchise for a very long time, and pretty much I had that before I had the Enduro. The Enduro sort of replaced that now, but I still sort of toy around on this thing every once in a while. Carbon RS, full carbon, crotch rocket street bike here with spoked wheels. I loved the spoked wheels. If I could have spoked wheels, apart from how annoying they can be to take care of, on my sport bike, I totally would, because they just look so awesome. And then we've got the sort of Ducati style Pagani, or however, Pegassi 301RR or whatever it is. Just nice, clean, white and red paint job. Got the Redwood cigarettes. Interestingly enough, Marlboro, back in the 70s, they sponsored a lot of racing events, a lot of Formula 1 stuff. So, yeah, I think it's kind of cool to have the cigarette company. Very little, bit of a classic throwback there. Let's see who's actually in the server still. I think that guy might be out for me, because I kind of killed him earlier when he tried to kill me, so we're gonna go with, you know what? We're just gonna queue up a job. How does that sound? Let's get into some. Let's do a job. let's avoid the maniac who's trying to murder us. Play job. Rockstar created. Let's see if we can't find a small, like, 2-man job. Something nice and easy. Here we go. Where credits due. It's out in Rancho. There we go. Just basically gonna steal a car. I'm all about that. Let's do a quick little job on our own. Oh man, West Coast Classics up in here. See, these are the areas where I would like to see Rockstar improve moving into the future. Like, this whole starting weapon thing is really trivial because you can switch your weapon at any given time. What I'd rather have them see is start to introduce some sort of a, unique class system into the game, where as a player online, you can now start to specialize in, like, being a medic, repairing your teammates, and so on and so forth. I think that this game would actually look really well for that kind of a system. And now that we're past the whole, sort of small-time gangster thing, we have heists. I mean, we're doing big jobs, like, make us feel a little bit more special. And I think that's a really big discussion that we can have, right? Is that now that PC version of GTA 5 is out, it's here. What is Rockstar going to work on, I mean, obviously they have other games they could work on, but what I'd rather see them do is, bring to the table some new stuff for GTA Online. Yeah, I know heist. They probably have it in their head that the heist can last as a decent amount of time, but man, I want to see what they can do with the future of this game. I really do. What else can you bring to the online? What else can you provide for us players? Because they've got the basis of a really good sandbox here. I mean, when you look at the things that players did just with the crappy multiplayer that GTA 4 had on the PC, which was also terribly optimized on the PC, this is going to be awesome. Modding support, I can't wait to see what people start to do with this game, and I really want to see Rockstar support this game for a long time coming. I think a lot of us feel that way. I've had so many good moments with GTA Online that I will not forget anytime soon, and pretty much every time I hop on to play with my friends, more moments are created, more unforgettable, ridiculous moments they'll forever be a part of my gaming nostalgia, I guess you could say. I'll look back on it and say, man, remember GTA 5? Man, we had so much fun mucking about in that game. So I just want to see this game carry on, Don't abandon it so early is what I have to say to Rockstar. There's so much potential here to do some really cool stuff. Should know better. I'm in a motorcycle. Just stay on the road. You'll get there eventually. Let's just tuck in and race our way over to the Zion here. It also makes it difficult to know what will happen with the future of this game, right? In past Rockstar games, you look at GTA 4. Well, I guess you'd say in the previous GTA, expansions was the big thing. They had 2 expansions, 2 big ones: the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost in the Dam. Those were 2 really cool expansions that were well worth their money and provided us with a different outlook on GTA, on GTA 4's world. Obviously, I want to see more single player stuff, but I think GTA Online is where the potential's at to do some really cool stuff, and that's really what I'm looking forward to seeing. I see the car. We've got 2 females. Let's jump the fence. I'm just going to be repoing this car, ma'am. You seem to have missed a payment, and by one payment I mean several payments. Go, go, go. Oh, no. But as I was trying to say, I spent way too much time getting off topic there, is that Rockstar is an old school developer, right? They don't really have the sort of modern mentality of let's share all of our plans with the community. They're more set on no, we're kind of doing our own thing and no one really needs to know about it. I'd like to see them get away from that a little bit. It's not that they don't talk with the community, but they don't really talk with the community about development plans that much. They kind of just let us know, hey, there's a patch coming up. I'd like to see them be a little bit more vocal on the future of this game, and I think now that the PC version's out, this is the time, give it a couple more weeks maybe, but let's hear the word, what's going on? What's the future plans for this game? Do you have more single player DLC planned? Do you have more ways that you want to expand the online experience beyond heists? Just let us know what's happening. I'm so excited about GTA Online. I just want to know more. Give it to me, please. And I think that really is what it is. There's a lot of us who really enjoy the experience that GTA Online offers, and we just want to know that there's more planned for the future of this game. That's really all I want to hear. Am I gonna throw my arms up and curse Rockstar to death if they really don't have anything else planned and they're working on something else, another game? No. I'd be sad, It's just a part of me really wants to know what's up. Alright, let's turn the car in. First person mode was a wonderful addition too. I think it feels even more at home here on the PC, I guess you could say, just for some reason. I wish it had track IR support, let's put it that way. Track IR support would be so sweet for this. And it would kind of help relieve the fact that even with the maxed out field of view, the game is still kind of narrow in its vision. Freaking Simeon. I don't like doing jobs for this guy because they pay out terribly, and he's just a schmuck. He's a low-end schmuck. I'm better than you, dude. I rob banks.
I am honored to call you my son by another mother, if you know what I mean. Peace and love. You have done me proud.
My guy's just dude, you're nuts, man. You are absolutely lost it. Crazy. $7 grand. Not terrible. Almost 74. Pushing my way there. So we could spend all day running about doing missions and stuff, but I'm going to hop back out to free mode, actually. a lot of good missions actually in this game now, and I think that was one of the big changes. I did want to actually talk about this that they made. I guess you could call it the vanilla days of GTA back in the 360 version. Is it took so long to level up and to earn cash that people just weren't unlocking all of the levels, so you spent all this time just grinding the same missions over and over and over, and they were really basic missions. But once you start hitting like 50 and 40 and, you know, pushing up into the 70s now, there's all these missions that are way more complex. They have you doing multiple things at once. They feel like really well designed. And I wish that the earlier missions were set in the same way. I can understand the sort of progression that they were going for, but I would have liked to see that same sort of detail that's in the later missions in the earlier missions. Now it doesn't matter so much. It's fairly quick to level up. You level up rather easy. They have like bonus RP events going on all the time. So, I mean, it was just a good change. The game feels far less grindy, and you can focus more on having, you know, just great moments with your friends, running some of your favorite missions. And I think that's also a big thing, is that these later missions, you actually want to replay them. They're not just trivial like that one that I've just done. You know, you have things like Base Invaders where you're, you know, going into the military base and trying to steal a jet, or trying to steal, like, you know, one of the big helicopters. There's just, you never know how those missions are going to pan out. No matter how many times you do them, they don't really ever end the same way twice. And that's really at the core of the PvE component of the GTA Online experience. And I think that's also something I would love to see Rockstar expand on a lot more. You know, the PvP, it's alright. I'm sorry, but it's a simple-minded man's game running around the free world just killing one another. You know, it gets boring very quickly, and that's how you end up putting the controller down and walking away from the game for the night. PvE, though, you know, this focus on getting people together to engage in these really, you know, detailed missions, that's where it's at. That's what we want to see more of. So, to the future of Rockstar in GTA Online, once again, I know I've talked about this before, but I really just can't say it enough, and I feel like it was a good time to rehash my thoughts on that with the release of the PC version. If you guys have any questions for me, if you picked up the PC version, are you loving it? Are you hating it? You've been playing the online, you know? What's your favorite thing to do so far on the online? And of course, if you've been playing the story for the first time over on PC, you know, what do you think of it? I loved the single player. I thought it had some really epic moments. Those heists are just spectacular, and you know, just some of the driving that they set up after the heist in the single player is really, really well done. It was a lot of fun doing those. But you guys can expect, you know, I'd say a spattering of GTA Online kind on the channel. We're gonna be playing it with some dudes on Praxis, so I'm probably gonna start recording it, you know, messing around with some missions, maybe some heists even, just some good times. And from every now and then I'll throw it up on the channel, let you guys check it out. I think there can be some good moments to be captured there. But I'm gonna head back to my shop, give my bike a wash, and hopefully not be killed by another player like this guy. He's coming after me. Oh, don't drive in front of me. Is he following me? Is he following me? Oh, he's following us. Okay. Yeah, saw that coming. Oh, right into the back of a car. This is gonna be a really bad ending. Well, we didn't take him out and we died, so that's typical GTA Online. That's exactly what I'm talking about, though. No one actually cares, and he's gonna pay for my bike now. For whatever reason, people like doing that. What happens is he has to pay for my motorcycle once it's destroyed now, and that's it. I just get the bike back, so. More PvE content, please, Rockstar? I'll see you guys in the next one.
Morse Mutual Insurance. How can we help you? I think we can do that.
And that solves that problem.